What's up, y'all? It's just Rhonda. We just here to get into this love and marriage. Huntsville, mugshots, side chicks, side dicks, timelines, and millimeters. Whew. We are season 8, episode 10. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. Now let's get into what was going on over here. Nell came by to visit her man over at his office. Is it just me or did they dress alike? They had the, idea this morning that since they had to film over there, they're going to do a whole baby blue thing. It's real cute. It's real cute. Anyway, what's this man, Chris Fletcher? Chris Fletcher tells Nell that he's supposed to be showing this house that Martell is borrowing from Fred to pretend like he's a builder. And he's supposed to show it off to Moses and Sonny. Nell's all like, oh. Yeah, child, this is what they're doing. I mean, she's concerned that there might be a conflict of interest as it relates to Destiny. And Chris is like, how about no? If these people want to buy a house from me, I'll be glad to sell it to them. And whatever Destiny and them got going on over there is none of my business. And I agree with that. Call her and tell her. I mean, I guess I'll let her know what happened when I talk to her. Do they call each other up? Are they friends like that? I doubt it. Don't matter. Somebody go sell it. Might as well be me. Nell goes into this whole thing where she's tired of the kids asking her for money. And you said that the last time we met your kids, last season. I feel like just tell him to ask Chris. Let him decide what's going to happen for a while. Just take it off you. Ask your daddy. Ask your daddy. I don't know. He's the one that's holding the purse strings this time as it relates to y'all. Y'all are grown. So Chris and Martell are over here showing off the house that Fred built, that we're pretending like Martell had anything to do with, child. Sonny and Moses showed up. They're looking around. She likes the floors. The rooms are small. That backyard is raggedy. It needs a privacy fence. Chris said Martell's really negotiate those things. I don't know. I mean, ask Fred. Shoot. We showed it off. It's not for Sonny and Moses, but it's for somebody over there. We have to come down on that price, Martell. You bullshitting. Anyway. So Sonny decides she's gonna rock the latest Huntsville trends. We're gonna show up in some unnecessary thigh-high boots and some cutoff shorts, a little different from the way Tisha had it, but I definitely feel like she's biting off Tisha's style a little bit. I don't like either one of them. I want to know what is going on in the middle of the day in Huntsville, Alabama, that y'all gotta walk around with booty shorts and high heel boots on. Thigh highs and things. And you're 40. Like, we're not talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, if this was a little young girl over here doing too much, I would have a different feeling about it. But that's what you're going to walk around and look at houses with? Scrape up the floor? Girl? Martell, you should have made them put on booties. And what the hell is he wearing? He got on some loafers or whatever the things that he has on his feet all the time. And he got on some damn near hoochie daddy shorts. I see his kneecaps, child. And a tight shirt and a vest. What is the vest for? What does the weather feel like? Do y'all want to wear shorts or do y'all want to wear pants? Or do y'all want to wear sweaters or do you want to wear sandals? Chris got on his regular clothes and seemingly so does Moses. So Destiny, oop, child. She dressed a hot mess like Destiny. I said they were similar. Shoot. They always coming through a room, doing too damn much. 100 degrees in Alabama, probably. I guess not today. They got sweaters on. Yeah, anyway. Well, when Sonny and Moses enter the room, they're going to take advantage of this opportunity to discuss their timeline and their calendar and things. This time, Martell needs to know whether or how he's going to balance this relationship between Sonny and Moses and Destiny, his best friend, sister girl. Moses wants to know how much they're asking for that house. And he said 340,000. And I said, what? Back up. Let me see some more of that house. Not based on what I saw with that little teeny kitchen. And that kitchen is the same size as my kitchen. Shit. Did you mean 240,000 over there in Huntsville, Alabama, where they walk around in booty shorts and thigh-high boots on in the middle of the afternoon? Maybe that's why it's so expensive. Girl, you should have just wore your Nikes. Martell said now that he understands the way the timeline mapped itself out, he's perfectly fine with the relationship between Sonny and Moses. You cannot help who you fall in love with, and that's where he's going to go with that. But he's completely neutral. So Moses, if you decide to do something to Destiny, then because Chris over here trying to compare the two things, like where he says he's neutral, but he keeps on taking Mel's side instead of my side when you know what she's doing to me. Can we not? Jesus. Martell goes over to Stormy's warehouse. Why? When did he start doing that? So now him and Stormy are chatting up at the warehouse. All right, y'all. I said I wasn't gonna come here and complain every week, so I'm gonna just go ahead and say, That's where we're at the warehouse. Martell and Sonny. I mean Stormy. Stormy wants to know why him and Trish were acting so weird last time they were together, over there pretending like they didn't know each other and stuff. Martell said, at some point he was down in her DMs and see if she wanted to see what's up. And she came to the crib a few times. So Trish, you went over there just because he was in your DMs. He didn't have go to dinner or nothing. I guess he couldn't go to dinner, child, because he got, an ex-wife and a other whatever situation shit. Sometimes girlfriend, sometimes not, because he was on Tasha K saying how that was his woman. And they were in the dating phases. I guess they still in the dating phases. How many phases is that? 12, 13 years now? It's about time to phase that on out, don't you think? Not with Trish though, but he did hit her up and she came by a couple times to the house. I want to know which house. And he said it was before Ken, but girl, child, she married and then Ken came along and at some point, what were you doing though? You doing some side dick shit, Martell. Sorry, y'all, but that's what it is. And I don't care how many times Trish does this little thing that she does. I don't believe it. Shit. You went over to Martell's house because he DM'd you, girl? Ciao. Ken. Somebody come get her. So Stormy, wants to let Martell know that, she also got arrested and on the same charges as him because the stalker lady was over to her warehouse trying to see if it existed. Now they're bonding over being arrested. But I'm like, well, it's definitely not the same thing because, first of all, he was the one doing the harassing. That was him doing that. Stormy, I guess. If y'all want to make scenes together just to say how much you hate the millimeters, I suppose. But I definitely would want not to be compared in the same, situation. Like I wouldn't want to be bonding with Martell over being arrested for the same thing because, yeah. And I wouldn't want to co-sign what he did, just to what? Say you hate the millimeters? I guess, child. Anyway, that's what they were over there doing, talking about how they got arrested together over the same thing. And the millimeters are crazy, just in case you didn't know. Kimmy and Maurice, haven't seen them in a while. They showed up to dinner to have dinner with Sonny and Moses. Kimmy said because, Sonny called her up and said, she wanted to meet up, have dinner to get together. And she feels very much still friendly with her because this lady called out on her when she was sick and checked in on her. So, she still has a warm place in her heart for whatever it is that Sonny is over here doing. I'm guessing that just Kimmy and Destiny don't really mess with each other like that. She was Destiny, my friend, it don't seem like it. It just doesn't. Like they start talking about how they want to move and relocate their family that they're trying to make over here with the IVF um, to Huntsville, of all the places in, the South. They want to come over here in the same town where Destiny lives. Kimmy's like, don't you think that's a little like rubbing the salt in the wound? I mean, no, like I don't have nothing against Destiny. Like I can understand why she's upset and everything like that because of the way things played out. But I looked at this man and it was like, this is the man of my dreams. He's supposed to be my husband. And he's over there like, yeah, Destiny and dropped the ball and, let all this thing go over here. So I had to go ahead with this Sunny girl over here. This is their love story, child. And I need a different calculator for a different calendar because this man says since he was 18 years old, he's been in jail for 15 of those years. That means he's only been a free man for 7 years out of, 18 to, I don't know how old he is, 40 probably. And y'all trying to sell him as a businessman? I want it to stop. I can see clearly now. What the hell, child? You and Destiny over here trying to get pregnant. Destiny, get pregnant by this guy, Moses. And then, then y'all will still have a job because they'll follow that damn story. Y'all might, this is what this show is built on. Side chicks, side dicks, other baby mamas and things and mugshots. Because I feel like it's not something Destiny would have a problem doing. And Sunny's having some challenges because she's probably 40 something. And I know, you can still get pregnant at 40. I'm just saying, like, y'all planning family. When we have our children, child. I mean, Kimmy, like, don't give a shit. She about Destiny because she's perfectly willing to invite this lady over to things and events that she's having. She just want to just like give it a try, see what happens. They told them that they looked at that house that Martell is pretending to build or have built, and Kimmy's like, yeah, well, I mean, if you don't find something over there, I'm a realtor too. So, and she's like, if you haven't signed any papers with Chris, then, I'll be glad to show you what I got going on over here. So, is that how you poached Maurice? The same way you just poached Sonny? Dang, Kimmy. I mean, it is what it is. Business is business. Chris, just like you didn't give a damn about Destiny and how you handle your business, Kimmy don't give a shit about you. She don't know you like that. Y'all ain't friends. Child, the Fletchers have their kids over. And there's a suggestion of therapy, probably. I mean, probably everybody's family needs therapy. I would say that. So I'm not going to say that's definitely a good thing. However, you talk about paying rent and utilities and things of that nature, and when it's one child, that's a lot. Especially if you're taking care of your own. It's a lot of kids over there. So I'm sure you grown people should understand that if just when you come and ask me for something, your brother have to come over here and ask me. And apparently Kiki comes a lot as well, even though she's not actually one of her children. And Kiki, I think I realize how they feel like a mother and father to you because they have been good to you, but they are not. That's it. That's all. You're blessed to have somebody in your life that feels like if you need help, they'll be there for you. It seems like they have, but right now they're cutting off everyone, all of them, all of the children are cut off. They gonna go see Dr. Francis, child. I mean, we know Dr. Francis gonna say what it is, so we already, I feel like, kind of know what it is. That's not so unusual. Parents spoiling their children. It's hard not to do, even when you're broke. I'm just saying. Next week, therapy pops off. I mean, Nell just for some reason doesn't feel like she needs therapy. Child. Child, Trisha's husband is here. Good, because we can need to get to the bottom of some questions. We want to know what's going on over here with the man that's been divorced and who's seemingly still kind of invested in the situation. Left his children behind. I don't know, y'all. I'm interested to see what this husband is gonna say. And until then, let's go ahead, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and we'll be back next Monday. That's where I'll be. Hopefully y'all be here too. Bye, y'all.